Welcome to the Fruit Racing Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording, and it is 3:19 p.m. That is Central Time. Today is September 22nd, and today being Friday, it's the big picture, long-term audio and video for the various different asset classes. Well, in this broadcast, what I would like to focus on is the efforts that China has underway to try and support their economy and some of the roadblocks that they have in front of them. Then also looking at the efforts that several other countries have in attempting to try and get inflation under control and what the possible repercussions of that are. Then I think it's also important to realize that one of the primary uh, attributes of crowd behavior is the tolerance of contradiction. And every big market has an internal contradiction because it's usually the acceptance of the contradiction contributes to excesses. And it is usually by the time you get to the peak, it's when the contradiction is glaring and it eventually contributes to the subsequent decline and dissolution of the crowd. So we get that in every big major market. And you can just simply go back and think about all of the major bull markets we've had over the last several decades. So in 1999, it was very well publicized that earnings don't matter, and obviously they do. But that didn't stop people from bidding up technology, media, and telecom companies to extraordinary heights. But then, of course, earnings do matter, and those shares, many of them disappeared, lots went down, and it turned into an enormous crash. In 2007, there was the advent of credit derivatives. There were collateralized loan obligations, collateralized mortgage obligations. And then there were CLOs on CLOs. There were CLOs on CMOs. And there were such incredibly complicated structures that it was very difficult to understand exactly what was being levered. But the whole thing was being based upon the assumption that now it was possible to hedge default risk, and therefore everybody would be able to hedge their default risk, and nobody would really have to take that risk any longer. And of course, what we subsequently found out is that yes, some people can hedge, but not everybody gets to hedge, and that eventually that contributed to a massive financial crisis. Well, now we're in another interesting environment. So China has been in a contradictory type of environment for quite some time. And obviously, when you